All right, Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome back. It is Shalonda or Shay Seeking. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and continue to read this. I took a little nap real quick, woke up feeling good. So, you know, we're just going to go ahead and continue this because I think that I wanted to get 2 more pages in to get where we wanted to be, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we're talking China and brimstone. Okay, so let's see where it's going. All right. All right. All right, so again, I guess yeah, I guess that I can't ask you to, you know, just in the beginning of the video, I'll just ask you once to go ahead and hit the like button or whatever, and you know, just to show some support. And you know, we're gonna keep it moving. All right, so again, it says there have been, oh, I was looking at this part right here. The church denounces her accusers as unbelievers and goes on her way amassing treasure. So this is what I feel like. Again, I feel like this is what one of these energies and one of these females was trying to say about abundance, right? But I'm just sorry. I don't know. Like, abundance to me is like, I don't know. The inner shit is key. Because as long as my inner been okay, the outside might not look that good, but I have what the fuck I need. So, you see what I'm saying? And it's better to just be dealing with what you kind of need, because then you don't have to be accustomed to, you know, owing, you know, or living beyond your means, or, you know, something of that nature. So, I feel like it just depends on who you are and what abundance means to you and what riches are to you. So this made me rethink this real quick when I came back in here, because that's kind of like the energy, the church, like the church, the real church. You see what I'm saying? Like the church, you know, like, okay, this is what I'm saying. Oh, look, this might even have something to do with this. Because if you think about it, you know, you got people that be like, hey, you know, make sure you hit the like, you know, they come into their videos, you know, pleasant, and they say what they have to say, you know, thanks for coming, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to comment, you know, rate, subscribe, whatever you want to do, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then they go on with their schedule and they just do their video. And then again, you know, some people like to promote or do it different, you know what I'm saying? Some people like to be like, hey, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit. And that's what they do. And so, you know, I'm just trying to see like a difference here, right? So again, because I feel like a lot of people I've been seeing in videos where people say, you know, I don't know, like, it can be uncomfortable. I'm just saying, okay? What people think about, you know, you being over, you know, whatever. It's just like a salesman or something. It's just like even when I do garage sales, or when I used to sell in booths with my purses and stuff like that. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? If you all in somebody's face, you might lose that customer or whatever. But, you know, just to come, if they come close and they touch something, you say, hey, you know, da, 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 da. So it's about kind of like the sales pitch, sales or whatever. But anyways, like I said, you know, and I guess it's just like, yeah. And it's just like, you know, if you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, whatever, then you don't have to, or whatever, you know. But again, this whole church denouncing her accusers as unbelievers, okay? I feel like that could be somebody like me saying, you know, y'all, that some of these people profess with their mouth, but their actions don't match, okay? And that's okay. You see what I'm saying? That's okay. And then I'm not going to expect anything from you, and that's okay. I'm going to move on to the next that I can expect something from. Now, something can be, what the fuck is going to be to you? It could be a hug. It could be something. It could be a leg up. It could be, you know what I'm saying, fucking a study partner. You know, it could be whatever, okay? So again, and then like saying abundance, because I think somebody's trying to call somebody out about like abundance. I'm blessed. I get this. I get this. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like whatever it is that people are getting outwardly, I get inwardly. And one day I'll be, ooh, what is that? And one day, you know what I'm saying, I will get the rest of the goods. Like I don't have no, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, what is this storm or whatever this is that's coming in right here now? Shit. Okay. So again, And I don't hate on nobody however they do it. When I'm in somebody's domain, that's their domain. You know what I'm saying? But I can kind of see who's genuine or whatever and who's not sometimes. I mean, that's all. All right. What is this? The Three of Pentacles? Okay, so crafty counsel or somebody weaving, a weaver weaving a plan or something here. Okay. Red light, green light, stop. No, I'm just playing. But no, like this man is up here holding this thing in this tapestry and they're weaving in or placing in these pentacles here. And well, there's three of them. Let's see. Oh yeah, and they kind of match. Like she has an orange skirt, she has a red skirt, you know, and then he has a green shirt, and they're, you know, weaving themselves into this cloth or this something here. Like, I don't know if this is some kind of third party. I mean, look, I feel like because this is my crafty counsel, Three of Pentacles, people looming together, something in the background. So again, I don't know if this may be talking about some kind of third party shit right here. Okay. Only thing about third party, you know, and that could be with some kind of commitment, like a companionship. That could be a friendship. That could be like a work kind of thing or whatever too sometimes. Or you don't know who really is the boss, you know, or somebody else playing the boss that's not supposed to be the boss. It's like making an emperor a servant and then putting a servant in an emperor's space. Same thing with the empress. But because I think the empress is like the one that does birth the babies, okay? For a certain, but for her, you know, shit, her man, her temple, for her tribe or her group. I don't think sexual immorality would be other people coming in, because then at some point in time that could become abuse. That could come some kind of way of somebody overusing whatever it is. So, you know, oh, it's even like, I was just watching the originals, and, you know, the little girl was all grown up and going to school, right? And Little Wolf, right? She was telling her about like because she was giving her blood or something like that. And she was telling her about how valuable, like she's one of the only three of her kind or whatever. And she shouldn't be, you know, offering herself up to people. And I feel like that's what, I feel like last night, something about Jupiter. It made me think about Jupiter ascending here. And it made me think about, like, I wonder if these people on the other side know. Like, I'm the tattletale. Fuck. I guess I am. I'm the tattletale. Because I get frustrated to know that somebody might have bound me or blinded me some kind of way, fuck with my head. So it's just like, you do know that. I don't know how you know, we're constantly doing the work on ourselves, going within. You constantly going within. You constantly feeling like you already there. You done made it to this point. But these things keep happening. Sometimes it is just your bloodline. There's nothing you can do about it. This is why certain bloodlines need to be sheltered and held closely. They need to be locked in and held down swiftly. Sometimes, because you're going to leave that vessel open to people that don't mean no good for it, or that's going to manipulate or misuse it. Sometimes it's your own tribe, group, familial ties that will do that to you. Just like it's Jupiter ascending, the brother wanted her to sell her eggs. Now, again, I don't think that I would do that. But I'm telling you, whatever they're compelling or whoever we're dealing with, I feel like some of these people that are watchers and messengers, they're abusing their power. Some of these women are abused. Some of these women that's jealous of the empress or whoever, they are, and they're more advanced, right? Or they haven't been bound or blinded, right? They're supposed to be watching and caring or nurturing, and they're being cold and dishonest, and they're stealing. Again, yeah, I feel like this is the thing, that these people are, jealous of the Ten of Cups energy that you share with your tribal leader or your man or your king or your emperor or whatnot. Some of these could be his exes. These could be women that he just trusted in his life. So he trusted them with his most prized possession, or men, and come to find out that they wanted it too. Or they've been tainting what's been thought about this whole thing here. Because also you think about that, you're leaving your children. You're leaving your children in the hands of these people. And a lot of women are jealous of other people's children. See, you know, I don't fuck with nothing like that. It's always been for me, when I used to do daycare and when I used to babysit children, if somebody's child was at my house, I would feed that child first before my children and tell them, sit your butt down and wait, because these babies is going to eat first. You know what I'm saying? And it's not in a sense of that, because you know, it might be even already fed my children before these children came at some point in time. But it's almost just this sense of, I don't want another child to ever come to my house and feel like I mistreated you, or that you feel uncomfortable, or you don't feel welcome. So I do believe somewhat in a sense, and I'm talking about with little children, it's not going to matter that much anyway. Now, when they get older and be like, look, hold on. Why you giving her some food before me? Now, that might matter. Or I would say even when it comes to when you have a blended family and you have somebody bring other children into the household. Now, I'm going to go ahead and continue to feed probably, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be a difference there. Because I don't want my children, you know, if I feel like there's an imbalance, if I feel like, or just until we get used to this whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to swiftly just cut off and start saying, I'm taking care of these children. So I guess that's a different thing. Okay. When we're talking blended families, you would have to do things probably a different way. Okay. But I feel like, you know, it's just something about that. I don't like that. But, you know, you got some women out here that just would treat your baby. And I will never, because my daughter be having dreams and stuff. And when she told me about that dream, I just had this feeling. Now, this might not even be an earthly mother. This might be a spiritual connection. This might be somebody that's hovering, you know, again, that may be jealous of even your child and allow people to come in and do something to your child. See? Women want to be leaders, but when something go wrong within the tribe, we want to hurry up and blame the masculines. And I don't want to just say that they're absolutely not guilty, but I feel like we just have to be careful. I feel like a lot of jealous, vindictive, you know, and again, we know some people can be over the top, depending on your ways. Some people could just be dramatic and over the top. Some men, some women, some. I would say, even from what I've seen over time, when I look at relationships like women and women, I feel like that's another reason why I'd be thinking about that kind of relationship, because sometimes, like, to be honest with you, I think they could get, those relationships can get a little toxic and a little bit abusive, you know, more than even the most average everyday relationship between a man and a woman, because I think they balance each other out. When you got two women, you know, I just think that, you know, that's always scary, because a lot of relationships that I knew that had to do with women, that long-term relationships, there was just a lot of abuse I felt in it, you know. And I'm not saying that that's how it always is, but I think it's just the emotions and the makeup and all that things like this that may, you know, turn shit real ugly real quick. I'm talking about like some kind of something wars or something, you know. It's just, I don't know. That's how I've seen it. And that's not like making judgment on the whole community as a whole. I'm just saying. I mean, same thing the other way too. So yeah, so amassing treasure. So this treasure could be, you know, finding treasure. You know, again, these accusers, or they say unbelievers, but like in my sense, some of these people are tapping into the Capitol's dome to get their information. Well, the Capitol herself has to go and get the shit out of the mud. So why do I have this book here from 1897? Why was I cleaning up the bookshelf today? And then I just said, let me grab this book and see what's in it. Why did I turn directly to this page? And then as soon as I started reading, I realized I was reading something that, you know what I'm saying, somebody else in the world was bringing up today. Do you see what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. That's how you know it's written in your record. Anybody could just go into somebody's Akashic or be dipping or, you know what I'm saying, spying, and then hurry up and take whatever that person sees or knows and hurry up and profess it. Or even, you know, gather it around and make it into some kind of speech or something to sound like it's their own words or that they came up with it. This is why I know it's boring, but I like to do the readings. It's something you put on in a car, you know what I'm saying, when you're driving to work or something if you want. Like, that's just my way. It's also something like to prove something. Like, what the fuck? This book is from 1887. I ain't picked it up and I don't know how long it's been on the bookshelf. So it's almost like that. That's just a treasure to me. That's a gem to me to be able to pick up the Bible and go to a certain page. And that's what I needed that day. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's like a treasure hunt to me. Okay. And building temples. These temples are minds, making people think, unchaining the brain. You see what I'm saying? to think for yourself, because I feel like that's the golden nugget, unchaining tongues, letting people know it's okay to speak. Well, now, okay, these people on the outside don't want us to, but there, there's something about someone that's untouchable, okay, to a certain extent, that is doing this. They don't like that. These people have to wear a mask. So they may be upset why this bitch don't have to wear a mask, but they don't understand that this is God energy. And that's all I'm trying to say. It's not to have you worship me. You don't have to, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say what I say, and you're going to think what you think, and I'm going to keep on doing what the fuck I'm doing. And then you're going to keep on finding prophecy, and you're going to keep on. And I feel like some of this, it has been the help. I ain't going to lie to you. When it comes to the Empress energy, I feel like some of this is the help of those not seven stars, but of those stars on her crown. Again, her heavenly sons, brothers, sisters, daughters, whatever. I feel like some of that is her help or her assistance. But I feel like something's happening here where she doesn't have to, she's realizing that she doesn't have to go through. She respects these people, and she loves these people, and she cares for these people, and she wants to nourish these people. But at the end of the day, she forgot, she had to remember her direct connection to source. Like, it's like your friends is one of those songs, the oldies, that's like, you always with your friends, even when we in sleep or when we doing this, and that made me feel like God trying to tell me something right now. So like, that's that energy there where I had to kind of like, go back to that way of being silent and, just, going within here. Okay. No fancy nothing here. Just making sure I'm tapping into that every day. Possibly, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's need to be like 2 or 3 times a day. Because religiously, I feel is talking about you doing something like maybe repetitive or something that is maybe you're like accustomed to this. Like this is something that you know. Okay, and places, okay? All right, so I don't know, okay? So, yeah, I feel like that too, okay? I feel like that too. So I feel like this has to do with actual finances. So I can see why, I could feel like the finances of mine were, being blocked by people because they didn't want me to actually move, okay? I don't know if it's 𝘬𝑚𝑒𝑛, which one of them that they were trying to bind there in the head and by the feet. So yeah, and places making, okay. Yeah, building temples and places, making compacts with kings and covenants with mighty men. Okay. So yeah, this may mean this. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. So this made me think about high-end energy. Okay. This is high-end energy. And maybe this is also maybe stepping out of the world card. But I think it's like, I think the part of me that's concerned about that is like, I don't know. Like somebody exposing you. And I think that's why they do some of this to some of these women. First off, so it's like, if you don't do what we want you to do to some of these women, I feel like in the past, I don't know if this is something that they do now, then we're going to go ahead and exploit this video or this something that we have of you that we secretly recorded of you. But if you do, we'll keep it sealed tight. Nobody will never see it. But it's just like, so I do have to become this agent. Now, again, my worst thing is, thinking that somebody is trying to like sell me out in some kind of way. But I'm not sitting here, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if we're talking about people are going to have to do this anyway, then why the fuck is you going to go ahead and sit there and be on your back for no reason? You know what I'm saying? For somebody else to be just getting rich off. If this is mandatory, if this is relations between gods and goddesses, or, you know what I'm saying, emperors and empresses or whatever, that type of business, then, I feel like somebody should be explaining that to somebody. But I feel like some of us being younger or coming into this, we're not being told these things. We're not being governed properly, or our parents or the schools are not teaching us properly. And this is so that men can exploit you, or, again, in this way. Okay. Or women, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Society or whatever, the dark shadow energy or whatever would be. But it also is making me think about that while they against her increasing in number and power. Okay, so if I feel like this is talking about, and that's what I was saying. Like, even if you make a move, then is motherfucker still gonna do the same thing? And then how do you know? Because it took me a long time to be aware that somebody might be doing something in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that'd be my concern. Okay. And that's when you want to just go and run to your daddy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or whoever that chieftain type of energy is, and say, tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Like, why why I feel like I'm exposed, or why do you want me to be? Or like, it's that kind of energy here. And I feel like when it goes to that part, even with some of these women, these are the women that's afraid of you to ascend, right? Okay. Oh, look, we got the devil card coming right up on, and I told you. You see what I'm saying? But then I'm like, there's this puppet person right here at the end of his fingertips though, see? And I feel like that's what I'm talking about. Like those strings that people can pull by whatever. And I'm just like, you got that? Okay. All right. Again, I guess whatever. Like, if you want to depreciate the value of your shit, then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what it is? Okay. And I keep on going on and manifesting and do what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like, I'm not even really slowing down that much to see what you got on me, because I know that deep down inside, I'm not a horrible person. You see what I'm saying? And if you judging me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. If you want to go back into the past, people are going to do that to try to, dig or whatever. And I feel like sources like, I've already washed you, so don't you worry about that. Okay. And I just feel like that's just what it is. Okay. So again, it's not going to make me feel some kind of way. You're not going to make me want to cover up my head and run and tuck tail and go. No, motherfucker. Matter of fact, you just adding fuel to the flames. Because whatever you saying don't even matter right here. If you talking about my motherfucking scepter, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep on persevering, and we're going to see whose scepter is broken. Because I feel like I can hum that shit and get that shit out to where I needed to go. Or the other way that upsets me is that people, then that you're going to allow for these idols to even feast off of me, a fucking goddess, off of God. See, and that's the thing. Satan is always trying to see what God is doing so that they can do it. And that's what these bitches is at the end of the day. Even if I'm saying it this way, and yes, I did say that word, and I'm going to slow down on saying that word because I really don't like it. But in this instance, right then and there, that's what it was supposed to be. Because I know my worth. Don't be mad because I know my worth and you don't know it while you have me in your hands. Just like this month. Look at this. This 8 of Pentacles. So you got people out here that's just mad because you know your worth. And even if it don't look like that on the outside with everybody else in the world, you still know your worth. And can't nobody take that away from you. Look at these roots. It's almost like soil is in her hands. And it ain't stopping from down here either. It's going up to the top here. So I feel like that's just the energy. There's always going to be that constant growth. And that's just it. This is that century part. That's something. But I feel like somebody trying to call me out about my soul. But nah, my heart might be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, right now, a little bit cold or something like that. A little bit hardened, stiffened. That's because I had to go into my more masculine energy. But I don't feel like my soul is ugly. I don't do stuff to people. I think that people think that, you know, they judge the way that we judge. There are judges on this earth. It says it in Revelations. So they judge the way you judge, but Source put some of us in separate rankings. So maybe you can't judge somebody on that, but maybe somebody else can. And you hating on them doing that is probably stopping everybody from doing whatever. Okay? So let's see. Where are we going to go? All right. So there have been rivals. Of religion in the past, more or less local and temporary. There is yet to be a revival of religion, which is to be a worldwide, a restoration of faith in God, not the church, not the church, but in God. Wow. And love for man. So I hang heavily. I used to couldn't stand. Y'all know on this platform, you've been walking with me how I used to talk about faith. until, you know, something happened to change that. All right. Even blind faith, I feel it's a thing. Yeah, so faith in God, okay? And love for man, okay? When the brightest dreams of universal brotherhood shall be realized, but it will come in spite of rather than through the church. So this is something going against the church. So again, that's why some of these mega churches and some of these people may not like, right? And then also if somebody's calling something like a church or a dome or a capitol, possibly. I mean, it's just depending on how you looking at it, okay? But this whole thing though, right here, I don't know, this is making me think about conspiring, sexual immorality. That's what I'm saying, man having the upper hand or having the funds or finances or whatever, or that gain, and being able to hold that over the children of God, you know, to have them join some type of movement or something like that. Whatever, however you want to take this, I just like to put a couple of different things that I'm seeing, you know, as I'm reading out there, okay? Universal brotherhood. So that's kind of, you know, because universal and brotherhood, what about sisterhood or what about the everybody else hood? So you know what I'm saying? That's what makes me scared when we're talking about these brotherhoods and these secret societies and what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't know. We have a King of Wands in reverse here. Okay. Like I said, and he's got a fire on the tip of this thing right here, but he got the lion back there. So I don't know. Ooh, maybe this is making me think about the burning bush. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm also hearing like fiery serpent. All right. So you could take it however you want to when it comes to this energy. But that is a crown at the tip of this wand here. So again, it's making me think about a boy child, possibly. There is a little lizard or gecko on his shirt. All right. And tribal markings on this wand. All right. Or the staff. Okay. He kind of fine for a damn image on the card. Okay. I'm just saying. I like that. That's the kind of, you know, I like that look right there. Okay. Okay, I'm too much. But look, I'm telling you, when I was a teenager, I thought Mufasa was fine as hell. The cartoon character. Like, weird. Okay. That's just what we're going to say. All right, but I think it was just his, you know. Yeah. Or just even coming down to lay down the law or something. Because I'm hearing like controller. Okay, hold on one second. All right, let's look at this. Okay. So we got the full. Yeah. Okay, we got the full. This Ace of Swords here. Okay. It's almost like practicing a craft of how to war. The art of war, like mental, like something, maybe clarity in a way, like to get past all of this stairway, all of these other people that are here, and shoot your light straight up to like the ether. I feel like this is something that is happening here, like some kind of ascending type of energy here. I don't know. I don't know. We see this lion here too. So I don't know, like, it's like who can open a scroll? You know what I'm saying? Look, a foolish thing or something here. I feel like this is the thing. But I feel like a part of this open up this scroll is because these people are trying to spy. They're trying to spy on you. They're trying to get into your Akashic records. That's like a stairway to like a library or something here. You know what I'm saying? It's like this full energy. These people want to end somebody. So they're trying to figure out all what they can. I feel like this masculine here and this lion, I don't know, this represents something. But I feel like this has to do with, like, you know, a sacrificial lamb is what they want here. You know, it is not just the church. It's not just the merchants. It's the commoners, peasants, and servants as well. And that's why, again, that all-seeing eye energy on this plane, again, looking at the back of these cards, this is what this is making me think about, is that feminine energy, that direct root source, that to God, okay? I feel like that's what they always working on 24 hours a day to try to block when it comes to the Empress, okay? By removing this from her and also giving it on to others so that they can be 2 steps ahead of her, okay? So with her being mothering and taking care of people all the time, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they can just go in and get whatever they need. You know what I'm saying? Then this leaves her being broken, battered, all of her, you know, she's worthless to the people then, is what they feel like. But I feel like there's some kind of renewal here that keeps on. Every time they do that, Source keeps going ahead and doing something to, you know. I feel like that, or like even like somebody's going to need somebody. Yeah, because I feel, yeah, that's what it is. Because I feel like the Ace of Cups, this is making me think in reverse. This makes me think that somebody's crown or corona is under attack. That somebody's trying to drain the living force out of you here. They don't want you to have no parts of nothing. They don't want you to have nothing. I feel like that's what this is. Damn. Yeah. But now I feel like this is the, like, again, here's the moon underwater here. 18. I don't know what the 18, why the 18 is standing out. But we got these 2 dogs or 2 wolves or whatever, again, in the moon. And then this person underwater here. Huh. Oh, and then right after that, we got the sun. And again, here's another energy of something bursting directly from this feminine's head into the sun. It's like a direct connect here. In her sundress. I like these cards. I like the colors. I don't really like colorful, like punch, packed with like a punch of color. But something about these I do like. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to put the cards down and we're just going to go ahead and read this. But I think this is them manipulating the situation, trying to say, trust man, love all. And you're like, what the fuck is they bringing in? You know, and that's what I feel. Like, nah, like, I don't know. You seem like, I don't know. I've been dealing with energy and like my stance just changed because, you know, if anybody knows man, it's wisdom. That's why they want to get into her records here, the Capitol. And that's also what bothers, that light is also what bothers these people. This connection, this type of connection to source is what bothers the people. And I don't know why London, look on my, oh, I could probably show you, not since it ain't on the thing. Look at my table here. Look right above her head. It says London. This is my table. I made this table out of some recycled papers and stuff like that. It's like a collage or whatever. But anyways, all right, enough of that. All right, so yeah. So let's go back down here. Look, y'all, okay, I'm trying not to get distracted, okay? So it says, yeah, faith in God and love for men, okay? When the brightest dreams of universal brotherhood shall be realized, but it will come in spite of, okay, rather than boom, 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 okay? It will come as a reaction against ecclesiastical tyranny, as a protest against mere forms and ceremonials. Okay, so I did see the 3 men in like papistry outfits or something in the purple, doing some kind of something ritual or something today. But I don't know if it was Pope or bishops or other clergymen, okay? I took a picture and I put the picture of it and I put like whatever I thought about it on Facebook under Shay Seeking, okay? I don't think I shared it to the group. I just put it under my page. Some of the things that came to mind when I heard that and then with correlating with this. So it's like on the menu, the food that's on the menu for the day. That's what I got to get into some order. If I'm going to do this, I have to be consistent is what I guess that's teaching me, like consistency. You see, I do this for you here because I want you to do this and I want you to do this and I want you to do, but your ass get distracted. You know what I'm saying? Then you start thinking about, you know, God, you know what I'm saying? And that's my problem. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. Okay. That's my problem. We ain't gonna come see me. Like that's all right, that's it. Okay, but yeah, ain't none of y'all business. I'm just saying. It's like that's how it was at first, okay? But it's like you have responsibilities, okay? If this is where you're gonna be. If you're gonna be untouchable up here, okay, then you need to be staying on track, okay? And so that's what I'm trying to learn how to do. All right, motherfucker might just go ahead and say I got ADHD or something, but you know, but I'm just saying, I ask Source, restore me. Restore me. Back at one, because it's embarrassing. And if you allow people to go ahead and do this and embarrass and mistreat your treasure, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a distorted. There's not no mental illness. It's just that's what it is. If I have to be doing this and I have to worry about that, and I don't care about that, but to let those type of things, lies and stuff start fueling up, that it's almost a setup. Like I said, with some of these masculines or feminines that don't like your shine, that are knowing that you're very overwhelmed, and that's the way they like it because other people can slip in and slip shit into your life that you did not want or didn't expect. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I only, you know what I'm saying? So that's what got me like, nah. Like my masculine know who he is and stop motherfucking playing. All these other people can try to get all up in whatever they're trying to talk about. He know who it is until I see fit or something otherwise, okay? And, you know, like, it just is what it is. Like, I don't want to share my toys that much no more again. Because I'm the one that gets the beatings. When they like a toy a little bit too much for a little bit of time and put it over here above whatever. And then they don't realize the stuff that I have to go through because of that. Even the females that swear I'm looking or seeing or saying something to them, they lying to the masculine. She's attacking me. And I'm not even talking about you. And again, if I'm talking about you, best be sure. That's why I like to sometimes put names in, but I think that's what they want me to do. So I stopped doing that. All right. But most time, rest assured, somewhere I publicly put who the fuck I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. I guess that lets you know, though, who it is. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'm really, a lot of times, don't miss when it comes to the energy. I might not be able to detect exactly who's what. And that's why I just go ahead and put them on the board of review. You know, and if there's nothing going on shady behind the scenes, then, you know, it won't come up. I ain't going to say specifically sometimes, but if you're up on the board, then that just says, you know, Source, take a little closer look at this connection between me and this person. Because I feel something is off. That's basically what it is. All right. Because of these discombobulated things here that I can't tap into this shit, okay? So that's why I journal and write. I put stuff on my board, again, because the closest people to me feel like they're not helping me. So this is my customized way of how I operate, and it's been working so far. All right. So let's keep on going. All right. So it says it's an article in the form of October. Okay. Social. Okay. When a great mixed audience in one of the public halls in New York cheered the name of Jesus Christ and hissed the name of the church. Okay. It settled no question, solved no problem, proved no proposition, expounded no scripture, but it was as significant as half the sermons that are preached. So I feel like this is somebody saying that they could put the words of my work in bite-sized pieces and offer it to the people, because time is everything these days and people don't want to slow down to hear what somebody has to say or something like this. So I can understand that. But the thing is, that's why whoever is that common denominator or that source, that ace of pentacles, like whoever is that nuclear energy or who is the empress, need to be instated, represented, and expounded. This person need to be put on that platform, and the world need to know who they is, they will think twice about doing something to this woman. That's why if you put the wrong person in this seat and you leave the Empress down somewhere else, it gives access to your enemies or anybody else that wants to come and try to penetrate her mind, body, soul, heart, or whatever. It's a sacred temple, a sacred, how they used to say in India, and I think this is India Superior here in America, okay, that they used to worship this prior to religion, because like the heifer or the calf or the cow or the cash cow or whatever. Like she would sit here and people would bring gifts or they would do whatever. And she should not have to feel bad about it. Because she is full, like, her abundance is shooting from, this is why probably she can't even contain all the shit the whole time. But it's not supposed to be for other people to access that's going to abuse her or abuse it. No. Those people should be vetted that have access to this person. Or else you're going to cause problems for the relationship, for yourself, the relationship between God and this person. And then that messes up the connection between everything else. God, man, and this person, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit energy here. All right. So if you treat it like it's nothing, then guess what everybody else is going to do? Okay, so somebody could put this in a little 20-minute speech and rile the people. That's fine. But where did you get the information from? That's the thing. That is the sacred thing that's supposed to be protected. That's the sacred, and this is why they want the eggs of this person. But it's almost like, well, okay, you don't want them in this holy vassal? So again, this is devil worship then. Or you're not realizing that these women are taking babies out of baskets and putting them elsewhere or taking them elsewhere. Make me think about the basket and sending Moses or Moshe down the river. He then referred to the fact that the time was, excuse me, when the people heard the words, Christ and the church, with reverent silence, if not with enthusiastic devotion, and then remarked, only in these latter days, when working men think, read, reason, and reflect, does a promiscuous crowd rudely rather than irrelevantly take the two apart, honoring the one and scouting the other. Okay. I don't know. I'll have to reread that later. I don't want to harp on it too long. Okay. Other significant expressions through the press of the popular judgment are as follows. So, okay, this may be also when it comes to the press. Okay, because look, she's got the press. She's got what's hot off the press, though. The Empress here. Impress. Okay. But she's also going to impress people. Look, this is like the Daily Herald right here on her arm. But she's also, and that's the thing. If they can get rid of her by just like putting her off somewhere else in some kind of home or something like that, that's taking the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? That's like a nursing home or something like this, or that's the easy way out for these people that very well can. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing. I guess it has to do with wanting to honor a woman. And these days, that is a hard thing, I feel, for some people to want to do. They feel like you have to crawl, get on your knees, beg for it. But in this position, this woman has probably already done these things. I mean, this woman have lots of jobs to do. So if you want, and this is why they distract and love bomb and do all these things to the Empress because of that. And then other women think I got my foot in the door. Oh, now I can do it like this, or look how I shortened it up, or I put it in a TikTok video. But again, you're not even paying any homage to the feminine energy where you got it from. And that is Gaia, or that energy here. Those offerings, giving offerings to the earth, or asking permission to take, like the Native Americans say that they had traditions of doing when they pick fruit or when they do these things. And this is what I wrote down months ago when I realized that people may have been doing something like this. And I said, I choose. You see what I'm saying? I choose what's happening with my body. If you're going to put some monitors over me, I choose. I don't want it to be no messy motherfucker, or no demanding, or somebody that's just trying to wait for that moment so they can step on my fucking neck and try to, I don't want that. That's treason, and those bitches need to be put down. All right? That's how I look at it. And then to act like you not, or even when I call out and say, hey, something's going on with my basket, and then this woman says, oh, nobody was doing anything with anybody's baskets, as if anybody's thinking that. And then now I think you've been messing with my basket again. Because when I was looking at this one girl's video the other day, I was looking right at her tummy like, bitch, what you got in that basket? But that's because something was going on with my basket. And so I was just like, But it made me think about that Anne Boleyn energy of her fake pregnancy too. Because it seemed like the person wanted to show a little bit, to show, something, but it could have been one of those moon bumps or something. Maybe that's what this moon card is representing. Like, it could have been something like that too. Just saying. But I think there's something in reference to 530 here, okay? I remember they were saying it wasn't because of her actual brains or something like that, but I know ain't nobody saying that shit to me. But I'm not saying that ain't nobody got brains. I'm just saying, whose brains are you focused on if you got to be all in the Empress's stuff and secretly taking what's there and transforming it into a speech or something, or transmuting it, or taking it in as yours, like consuming that and then, regurgitating. It's almost like taking something from God, but never giving nothing back to God. So that's what made me in the energy of God first, God. Because I'm like, God damn, the people, really don't care about that energy like that. I'm sensing that much. This person is probably lonely. And I want to, like that I was saying, I want to make sure that God is straight. But again, it seemed like with some of these gods, they paying attention to other shit, whatever. And that's the thing. I feel like that's where the paths get crossed. Or how the Empress died on the cross. It's like laying down the law. Whoever it is masculine, whoever it is. Maybe this King of Wands came to lay down the law. But are these demons or these other people, going to listen? I don't know. All right. Right. He then referred to the fact that the time was when the people heard the words, okay? Christ and the church. With reverent silence, if not with enthusiastic devotion, and then remarked, only in the latter days when working men think, read, reason, and reflect, okay, does promiscuous crowd rudely rather than to enter, okay, in two parts, honoring one of the scouting the other. Okay, wait a minute, honoring the one and scouting the other. Okay. I don't know what this means. But I feel like we were dealing with AI energy back then too in Babylon. In Babylon, again, this was another thing, okay? Or if we think about the Tower of Babel, this is what they were doing. They were going into people's Akashic records. They were going into your information, shortening it up and bringing it to the people. But, whatever they want to do. But again, you got to go ahead and put the Empress in her place first for her to be able to deliver. For her to be able to deliver. Hold on, just step back real quick. Oh, okay. All right. So I guess these cards can like help or whatever too. So again, nobody want to sit by grandma and hear her speak no more like that. All right. Again. And this is why, like I said, no time. It seemed like we got more time than anything, kind of like these days, if you prioritize. All right. Let's see. All right, so the Catholic Review, we're going to read this little part and then we're done. All right. So it says, in some other papers insist that there should be religious instructions in the prisons. That's right. We go further than that. There should be religious instruction in other places besides the prisons, in the homes, for instance, and in Sunday. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. But we already did this. When I go off on my tangents on the, you know what I'm saying? I can do this even, it's freestyle. You see what I'm saying? I didn't go into this book or whatever, but sometimes I like to go this route because it anchors something down when somebody can see that this is what you've been saying. You picked up this book, source got you the message, you know, so it's kind of like this kind of energy that to reiterate what we doing here, that we're not just pulling this out of nowhere for the people that that can't connect or find it harder to or whatever. This is what we're doing here. It says, yes, we will not be outdone in liberality. Liberality. Okay. We offer religion instruction in some churches. You can't have too much of a good thing if you take it in moderation. Okay. All right. All right, so I don't know. That's all we're going to do here, okay? Again, I'm just going to try to keep the, you know, it's like any other podcast or something. Like, people can choose to listen to it or something like that, or they don't have to. The question, where are we? Where are we? Is becoming a pregnant religious one. Professors sit in the chairs in the seminaries teaching doctrines far enough removed from the originals to make the ancient benefactors turn in their graves. Clergymen sign pledges and ordination, which they probably know the administrators does not believe himself. The standards are in many cases only the boys, I don't know, which show how far the ships of the churches have gotten away from the mapped out channels. It is the age of go as you please, of every man. So do as thou will, maybe, okay, or wilt, okay, of every man for himself, okay, that hustle mode. So again, when I read these kind of things, I think about these literary senses of this, not even knowing that that's what I was doing. But again, we've already talked about stuff like this in our messages here. It's just the same thing that we talk about. So it's in the fabric of what we're saying here. It's just that if you don't want to listen, you don't have to. But I'm just saying, it's in the fabric. Somebody can talk real fast and get it all out. But then again, if they're not genuine or if they're doing messed up stuff to other people and things like that, in order to do that, to pump out more and more and more, it's not really legit, authentic, or anything. Really, it's somebody else's work. Anyways, yeah, my baby calling me, so I'll have to go. Take care. All right.